It was in the 40s, 1940s. I had trouble with athlete's foot, and I had it in my feet and in my hands also, and it crippled my hands. So I was unable to attend school like the regular classes, so I ended up taking courses through the mail. When I finished those courses for high school, they sent the diploma through the mail and it says, "You graduated." And I thought, whoopee, nobody to shake my hand or slap me on the back or give me a high five or something. And so I determined right then, if I ever received another award or diploma for anything, somebody better say, you know, good job or something, and be happy and enthusiastic with me. Then I entered Glen Oaks, and I was very enthusiastic because I had human beings and people that could have a little camaraderie there, and it wasn't just a, you know, somebody answering on a piece of paper and you had to read it.
To understand what it was like in the very beginning, you have to understand that you had people on the teaching staff who were between the ages of 27 and 35. And these were people who were high energy people.
The Glen Oaks early staff had the little job of getting students to a school that didn't exist and a faculty that wasn't hired. And so both Mike McCoyak and Bruce Swinburne made frequent trips to all of our high schools.
Bruce Swinburne went out and recruited and talked to untold numbers of high school students in the area. And he finally got the first student, 00001, Gilbert Edgerton, to sign up to be the first student at Glen Oaks. He was so excited they bought a cake to celebrate. And he says, you know, I hope this gets easier than this.
Nobody wondered what happens when 4 o'clock rolls around. You couldn't just say, well, we'll get to that tomorrow. Nobody ever said that. We said, we'll take care of it now. That was the operative word, now.
I didn't wonder long while I was there. It was very exciting to have nobody say, we've never done it that way before. Well, of course we have, because we've never done it before. So it was good.
You can't possibly imagine the energy level of that first semester of students in this school. It wasn't in this building. It was in the old White Pigeon School.
It was adequate, it was clean, comfortable. It was rather small, cold on occasion, but it was very nice.
Originally it was the old facility, so it was like an old high school, but the new thing was meeting all kinds of people from nearby states. Ohio had a number of students, and Indiana and Michigan, so you met a whole new group of people.
The people had different backgrounds, different shapes, different sizes, different ages, because Glen Oaks wasn't open just for kids that were just graduating from high school. It was open for anyone.
You had 17 and 18-year-olds, and you had people who were in their 60s, and you quickly learned that you were going to be able to blend and mix, or you weren't going to succeed.
Sometimes I wouldn't go to bed for 2 or 3 days. I tell people that, and they think it's hard. They find that hard to believe. But you know, if we had a baseball game in Detroit or someplace, I'd get back in time to go to work, get up and go to work, go to classes, and then have to go to practice again. And you know, we might have had another game that day, or however it worked out. So I'd go a couple days without sleep.
And I had been a farm wife with 3 children, and read about this in the paper and asked my husband if I could attend. And he told me that if I could rustle up the tuition, I could go.
I think it was $11 a semester.
Yeah.
The first day I walked in there, I was 32, and I had 3 kids in grade school. And so I packed all our lunches, including mine, in little brown bags, and they went off to school, and so did I.
And then when we went into the next year, we went into the new facilities. It was more like being in college rather than an old high school.
It was a massive, huge building, and you know, it was just one step above everything else, I think, or 2 steps above everything else.
Many people know that Nora Hagen House and the farm, the reason the college is here, she donated the farm for the college. And she was very dedicated to education herself because she was a teacher.
I remember Ken Schuler's sense of humor a lot, so, because I was always kind of a wild person and he wasn't, so it was interesting all the time, but I always kept him on his toes.
Did you guys practice? I mean, was it intense like it is today?
College, yeah, Bobby Knight was behind me.
Sorry?
I was tougher than Bobby Knight. I think he learned everything from me.
Ken literally recruited out of the hallways of the school, and he put together a basketball team that I believe won something like 12 or 13 games the first year. No one expected them to win anything, but they had a winning season.
So the nut shop was a popular place for the students to go. Gilbert Edgerton.
Is he still around?
He's still around?
I don't know where Gil. I should be following him, but I'm not.
I'll check on that. Sure.
This is Gilbert.
Hi.
Well, how do you do?
Who's this?
I'm Dick Sherman.
Dick, okay.
Yeah. Well, this is the surprise.
My name's Gil Edgerton, student number 00001.
I went through all that before, and it was by mail, and I says, I'm here. And I just said it because I was sure hoping somebody would shake my hand, and they all queued up, and every single one of them shook my hand, said a job well done. So I thought, way to go. My name is Daisy Marie Duval Allebach, and I was the first to graduate from Glen Oaks.
My name is Juanita Oldfield at this time.
My name is Sarah Whistler.
The first LPN graduating class, 1968.
My name's Terry Conklin. I played on the very first baseball team, and I was the captain of that team.
We once had a graduation where a young lady had graduated from the auto mechanics program, and she, at graduation, held up her sign saying she was available, and she got a job. And you know, I saw her at her place of employment for the next few years.
I'm glad people had the foresight to go ahead and do something like Glen Oaks for this community and this county. It's just think it's helped a lot of kids be successful.
It's just a fun kind of thing to see what a community college means to people. Its specialty is identifying the needs locally and responding to those needs. And thus, in 1965, we saw the beginnings of the 50-year history of Glen Oaks.